Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of God, in the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful, peace and blessings be upon Muhammad, his companions, and all those people who believe in Islam till the day of judgment. The holy words of Quran which the brother has just recited was from Surah Al-Baqarah, chapter number 2, verse number 183. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu kutiba alaykumus siyam kama kutiba alal ladhina min qablikum la'allakum tattaqun. O people who believe, the fasting of Ramadan has been prescribed for you as He has been prescribing for the people of the past, as it has been prescribed or been obligatory for the people of the past. لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ. The reason for this is to produce a good, pious man in your society or in yourself. لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ. So this holy verse of Quran is talking about Ramadan and also the topic of this course, which is Islamic civilization. Ramadan al-Mubarak, this 29 and 30 days of Ramadan is a very good example to teach and to example, give the example and to exemplify and to show the practical example of Islamic civilization. Even those people among the Muslims who do not fast all over the world, even those people, this is an example of Islamic civilization with reference to this verse of Quran. Even those people who do not fast all over the world, they also have some kind of respect in Ramadan or fasting, the period of holy month of Ramadan for the Muslims. If he is not fasting at the moment, but because of the pressure of the society, try to understand what I am saying. This is Islamic civilization. Civilization is just like a human body, and all these are the parts. So if he, for example, this boy has not been fasting at the moment, for example, and we are in the second week of Ramadan, he will not be able to say this to anybody, not because he is afraid of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. No, he will not tell it to the people, he will not open this secret which he has, he is not fasting, because of the pressure of the society. The people will scold him. Scolding means people will say, what kind of a Muslim you are? You don't fast? You are a young man, are you sick? What happened to you? So this is a kind of a sociological pressure, psychological pressure on the human being of an Islamic society called Muslims. This holy verse of Quran is a very good example. Surah Al-Baqarah, Cow, chapter number 2, verse number 183. O people who believe, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu. I'll start again to finish this lecture. When we listen this word, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, to whom it is, the first question which should come to a person's mind is, to whom is this holy verse of Quran talking? This verse of holy Quran is only talking to the Muslims. To a Muslim who has not only born in a Muslim's house, but he has accepted Islam from the depth of his heart. Iqrarun bil lisan wa tasdeequn bil qalb. Kalma la ilaha illallah and Muhammad Rasulullah. There is no God except Allah, and Muhammad is his messenger and prophet, now the last prophet. So that is the person who has been talking to Quran, and Quran is talking to him. To all those people in the Islamic civilization called as Muslims. You are an individual Muslim. You are an individual. When we sit together, what are we? We are Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu. We are a group of Muslims. A group of Muslims means a Muslim civilization is being created. So this verse of Quran is talking to all the Muslims around the world and to me and you in this class. Am I right? So this is the story of Ramadan. The second part is that this Ramadan is also a kind of a training program for a Muslim, 29 and 30 days. training program of 29 or 30 days. A training program of a Muslim to produce a good human being for the society, for the people, for his nation, for his parents, for himself. This is Islamic civilization. I should be good for myself. If I am not going to be good for myself, I will not be going to be able to enter into the paradise. Quran says, save yourself. So my first priority is I want to save myself. I want to save my neck from the hellfire, from the day of accountability, day of judgment, Yawm al-Akhirah, Yawm al-Qiyamah. So I am responsible for myself, but also as a whole, the whole society is responsible. This is Islamic civilization. So the first thing, there are 4 things which are mentioned here. Number 1 is, this verse is talking to each and every male and female Muslim around the world. Not to the Punjabis, to the Balochis, to the Sindhis, to the Afghanis or the Somalis or the Sudanis or the Saudis or the Qataris. No. Each and every person who is Muslim, who says, I have accepted Islam, is the concern of this verse. This verse is talking to him, to that Muslim community all over the world, and this is demanding 3 important things. Number 3, second is, Ya ayyuhallazina amanu kutiba alaykumus siyam. The fasting of the holy month of Ramadan, 29 or 30 days, is prescribed for you, is a prescription, is an obligation. It's not ikhtiyari, it's not an optional. You choose it or not. No, it is an obligation. If you say La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah, number 1, if you say yes, you are a Muslim, this is the first obligation. One of the obligations of Quran or Allah is that we should, as a Muslim, fast. The second thing is Kutiba alaykum siyam, which has been prescribed. The second, and the third is Kama kutiba alal ladhina min qablikum. This has been prescribed or written for you. Kutiba means write down. It has been written. So when you write something on the paper, on the question paper, that means you will have to finish. You have written something. It's not obligatory, optional, but it is obligatory. So the third point is here is that Quran says that this is not a binding on you people here. The people and the nations which have of the past, Kama kutiba alal ladhina min qablikum, the people who were in the past, nations which you know and which you don't know, which is being certified by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That means the Jews, the Christians and the Muslims and many more nations in the past which are mentioned in the Holy Quran and in Bible and in Torah or Torah. All those people were asked by Quran at that time by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to do the fasting. This is the third point. And the last point is, or the third point or the fourth, the last point is, what is the purpose of fasting? So the title of this lecture which you are recording now, the title of this lecture is Role of Fasting in the Character Building of a Muslim. The third or the fourth point in this verse of Quran is the purpose of fasting is being elaborated. That the reason for why I want you to fast, to keep yourself away from all food and other things, لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ, that I want that you should produce in yourself a good human being, a pious human being, एक मुत्तकी इंसान तैयार करना. तत्तकून का मतलब the one who is having the fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who only fears from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is the third point or the fourth point. The last point is to put the purpose has been mentioned, and that is لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ. It is a possibility. No guarantee has been given in this verse that if you do this fasting for 29-30 days, you will be a Muslim, perfect Muslim, and you will get paradise. No. What is said here, لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ. لَعَلَّكُمْ ka matlab ye hai, means it may be possible. There is a possibility if you do the fasting properly, maybe I will accept this or not. It is my will. لَعَلَّكُمْ ka matlab ye hai means possibly you will become a good man. And the last point in this regard is, what do we mean by a pious man by fasting? as I have been talking to you in each and every lecture, I have divided my understanding of Islam in 4 things. To produce a muttaqi man, a pious man, muttaqi man, a person having taqwa, should have 4 chambers or 4 qualities. Number 1, a good spiritual man. A good spiritual man means a spirit man, a Muslim who has a very strong bond with his Lord. Very strong bond with his God, Creator, or Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is the required spiritual man which is mentioned in this verse. لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ, point number 1, chapter 1, from the religious point of view, from the spiritual point of view. This part should be very much attached with your Creator, each and every Muslim. The second part, which I keep on repeating in all the classes, is a good social man for the society, a good social human being. एक अच्छा समाजी इंसान. A good social man means the one who is good in his social activities, in his social dealings. Look, let me use one more word. A man who has a very strong bond with man-man relations. With man-man relations means you are a man, I am a man. So that is called, first one is spiritual man-God relations. The second one is man-man relations. This is sociology. This is Islamic civilization. So to produce a good social man for the society is the purpose of Ramadan, a training program. And the third is, as I keep on repeating always, a good economic man. A person who is being prepared by Quran wants to be prepared by Ramadan fasting. A person who is good in his economic activities, अपने माली मामलात में, in his business activities, in his economic activity, he should be vigilant from halal and haram. He should be vigilant, we should be aware, he should do business. Business is very good. Each and every human being should earn, but from halal. So this is the third point. A good economic man. And the last is a good political man. The purpose of fasting 29-30 days is to produce, to create لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ. My understanding is a good collective man. एक बेहतरीन सियासी इंसान तैयार करना. To produce a good collective man for the society. A good political man. Why you use the word political here? Collective man. That the role of that man in the society, from the religious, social, economic and political, is very, very much important for Islamic civilization. Let us take the example of Pakistan. For the last 72 years, if the political system of this country would have been on the right path, this was not with the situation of Pakistan. So political stability and political piety is also very important. So that is what is said here. I will repeat and finish this. كتب عليكم يا أيها الذين آمنوا كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون. The purpose of fasting is to produce a good human being for the society from the spiritual, social, economic and political perspective. And the last thing which I want to conclude before going and closing this lecture is that this is a training program of 1 month. And on the day of Eid al-Fitr, according to the hadith, the reward will be announced on the Eidgah, or the place of worship. When we go for Salah, the reward is announced there as it comes in the hadith. There's no time for that tafeel hadith, long hadith. But the purpose of this training program is that if you are good in this 1 month of Ramadan, Allah wants you to show the same behavior the next 11 months which are coming till the next Ramadan. This is the whole purpose of Ramadan training program, a semester of 1 month, which gives you a human being for the society, for the Islamic civilization. I hope this will be fruitful for me and you. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.